Okay, for class 9 students, based on factor theorem, some of the questions I'll discuss. Exercise 2.4, question number B, number 2. Use factor theorem to determine whether gx is a factor of px in each of the following cases. As you know that factor means remainder has to be 0. So I have to determine whether gx is a factor of px or not. Question number 1. Px is equal to 2x cube plus x square minus 2x minus 1. Gx is equal to x plus 1. We need to find the remainder. As for remainder theorem, if px is the polynomial and x minus a is the divisor, then remainder is equal to p of a. So take this divisor outside, x plus 1 equals to 0, get the value for x. X how much you are getting, that's the value for a also. So a is coming minus 1. Now let us go for remainder. Remainder is equal to pa, p of minus 1. In this polynomial, in place of x, you can put minus 1. So 2 into minus 1 to the power 3 plus minus 1 square minus 2 into minus 1, again minus 1. Minus 1 3 times will be negative because minus to the power odd number will give you negative. So 2 into minus 1, 2 ones are 2, minus left over, plus minus 1 square is 1 only, minus minus plus 2 ones are 2, minus 1. So first result I am getting minus 2, plus 1, plus 2, minus 1. Plus 2 minus 2 cancel out, plus 1 minus 1 cancel out, result is coming 0. So since remainder came out 0, you should say gx is a factor of px. Now second one, same question, px is the polynomial, this time it is given x cube plus 3x square plus 3x plus 1, divisor gx is equal to x plus 2. Gx is x plus 2. Take this outside, get the value for x. X is coming out minus 2. So a is minus 2. Now calculate remainder, p of a is minus 2. In this polynomial, wherever x is there, you can put minus 2. So minus 2 to the power 3 plus 3 into minus 2 square plus 3 into minus 2 plus 1. First result is coming minus 8. Second, minus square is plus, 2 square 4, 4 3 is a 12. I didn't write here 12, so just 3 into 4. Plus minus minus, 3 to the 6 plus 1. Now 3 4s are 12. 12 plus 1 gives us 13. Since everyone knows 3 4s are 12, so directly I did 12 plus 1 is 13. Minus 8 minus 6 gives us minus 14. Subtraction is minus 1. Since remainder is minus 1, therefore gx is not a factor of px. Now third one, same question. Px is given x cube minus 4x square plus x plus 6. Gx is x minus 3. Take this polynomial, take this divisor outside. X minus 3 equals to 0. X is equal to 3. So the value of a is 3. Go for remainder. Remainder is pa. P of 3. In place of x, in this polynomial, let us put 3. So 3 to the power 3 minus 4 into 3 square plus 3 plus 6. 3 to the power 3 is coming 27. 3 square 9. 9 4s are 36 plus 3 plus 6. 27 plus 3 30. 30 plus 6 becomes 36. Another minus 36 is there. Subtraction 0. Therefore gx is a factor of px. Now question number 3. Try to learn properly. Find the value of k if x minus 1 is a factor of px in each of the following cases. Already divisor is given. For every question dividend is also given. For every question we are going to find the value for k where x minus 1 is already given as a factor for the respective polynomial. Question number 1. Polynomial px is given x square plus x plus 1. So that is your given polynomial. Now divisor for every question, it will be x minus 1. Take this divisor outside, x is coming 1. So the value of a also 1. Now condition is given, since x minus 1 is a factor of px, therefore p of a equals to 0, p of 1 equals to 0. That 1 you can replace in this polynomial in place of x. So it is coming 1 square plus 1 plus k equals to 0. 1 square 1, 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 plus k equals to 0. Now plus 2 goes there, means it will be minus 2. So the value of k is coming minus 2. That's the answer to this. So in this question, polynomial is given and x minus 1 already given as a factor. So remainder has to be 0. Whenever factor word is there, whenever you could see this factor word, remainder will be 0. With the help of that, we are getting value for k is minus 2. Now second question. Polynomial is different, but divisor is same. So polynomial px is equal to 2x square plus kx plus root 2. Divisor is x minus 1. So the value of x is 1. So a is equal to 1. Because according to remainder theorem or factor theorem, we are using a. A is nothing but a real number. Just we are using as a symbol. Now since x minus 1 is a factor of px, so p of a is equal to 0. A is 1, so p of 1 equals to 0. Now let us replace 1 in this polynomial in place of x. So 2 into 1 square plus k into 1 plus root 2 equals to 0. 1 square 1, 2 1s are 2, k into 1 is k plus root 2 equals to 0. We are searching the value for k. So let us take 2 also, root 2 also towards right side. As you know that plus goes there, means it will be minus. So k equals to minus 2 minus root 2. From both minus sign common out, is coming 2 plus root 2. So the value of k is minus 2 plus root 2. Because we know that 2 is a rational number, root 2 is irrational number, addition cannot be done. Rational, irrational we cannot add. So you should leave k equals to minus 2 plus root 2. But make sure that 2 plus root 2 should be covered with a bracket. That's your second answer. Now same question, another third one. Polynomial changes but divisor same. So for every question polynomial is changing but divisor same. This time your polynomial is this. A equals to 1, same as it is. But for every question I have done the rough work. How to get the value of a? Now take the divisor outside, make it equal to 0. And how to find the zeros? By this way, let us get the value for x. So x, how much you are getting, that's the value for a also. So since x minus 1 is a factor of px, so p of a equals to 0. Therefore p of 1 equals to 0. Now in this polynomial, in place of x, substitute 1. So k into 1 square minus root 2 into 1 plus 1 equals to 0. K minus root 2 plus 1 equals to 0. Both the numbers let us send towards right side together. Minus root 2 goes there, means plus root 2, plus 1 goes there, means minus 1. Here also same thing. Number and root cannot be calculated because one is rational, one is irrational. We cannot do subtraction also, we cannot do addition also. So in this question your answer is this. One more question. Let us do it. I am not going to explain fully. Same as it is, px you write, divisor you write, get the value of a. Same sentence, since x minus 1 is a factor of px, so p of a will be 0, p of 1 equals to 0. In place of x, put the value 1. And simple calculation, let us do it. We are getting k into 1 square, that is k, minus 3 plus k equals to 0. K plus k, you know it is 2k. Minus 3 goes there, means it is plus 3. K is equal to 3 by 2. So your answer, k equals to 3 by 2. Question number 3 completed. Now question number 4. Based on splitting the middle term. Question is given factorize. Number 1, 12x square minus 7x plus 1. How you will know? You have to split the middle term. Now whenever x square, x and constant is available, you can go for splitting the middle term. Even in future you will learn, if splitting the middle term is not possible, you can use some other formula also. But if it is equation, but this is not an equation, this is a polynomial anyway. So let us go for splitting the middle term. That's the technique here. If x square, x constant is available, we can do that. First number, last number, you can combine. 12 ones are 12. Take it outside. Now middle number you can check, that is 7, and last sign is positive. So if this sign is plus, this middle number should be broken by addition, and if this is minus, this number should be broken by subtraction. And factors you will be getting from 12 only. Product of first and last. First number and last number. First coefficient and constant. Now 4 3 is 12, you know that, and 4 plus 3 will give you 7. So 12x square minus, in place of 7 we are writing 4 plus 3 into x plus 1. 12x square minus 4 into x, 4x, minus plus minus. Be careful, when you will open the bracket, since outer sign is minus, both the sign will change. So minus 4x minus 3x plus 1. From first and second, you can take out 4 and x common. So remaining 3x minus 1. From last two, no common, so you can take minus 1. Because 1 is the common factor for every one. That's why minus sign as well as 1 common. If minus 1 is common, then here minus will be plus 3x left over. And since minus common, so plus became minus 1. Now both the factors are matching. That's the main character for splitting the middle term. If you found that this factor, and this factor both are matching, that means you are perfect. So take these out, remaining 4x and minus 1, keep it together. Factorization is done. So as I told you, whenever x square, x and constant is available, you can do this by splitting the middle term. Second question, 2x square plus 7x plus 3. Split the middle term. First number, last number. Product is coming 6. Now last sign is plus, so by addition I have to break 7. So 6 1 is 6, 6 plus 1 is 7. So let us break it. So 2x square plus 6 into x 6x plus 1 into x 1x plus 3. From first and second, let us take 2x common, remaining x plus 3. From last two, plus 1 is common, remaining x plus 3. X plus 3 common out, remaining 2x plus 1. So based on splitting the middle term, 2 questions I taught you. Practice very well. I am talking for class 9 students only. Splitting the middle term you need very much, even in class 10 also, even future also. So at least 2 questions I taught you today. So with this, I'll conclude. Bye.